What is going on today, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. And today I just wanted to talk about the fact that you are not owed a retirement. Okay. You're not entitled to retirement, despite what the government will tell you what they will pay you, which shock, it is not going to be very much. You have to go out, earn some money, save it, and then invest that money properly to be able to retire. Now, to give you guys some context, 100 years ago, the only people who retired were the ultra wealthy, the upper class of the world. The middle class and lower class people didn't retire. If they were really lucky, they had family around them that were able to help them into their older years until they passed away. Most people, if you didn't have family members, you worked until you couldn't physically work anymore. And then at that point, you were pretty much dead because there wasn't any Social Security. There wasn't any investing in, the S&P 500. There was none of that. You worked 6-7 days a week and you did that until you died, or you physically couldn't do it anymore and then you died. So we are very fortunate in this time, especially in the 21st century, especially in the first world, especially in America, to be able to retire if you do it. And it is so simple nowadays. It takes 5 minutes to set up a retirement account or a brokerage account through any of the investing platforms like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, any of them. It takes 5 minutes to set up. You put in all your information. And a lot of them, they don't even have fees associated with them. Like Fidelity, for example, there's no fees or it doesn't cost anything to open the account. You just have to put in your information and then set up automatically a withdrawal from your checking account into the brokerage or retirement account, whatever you have set up. And then once it's in there, then you have to go in and select what kind of investments that you want to do. Now, I'm not going to dive too deeply in this video on what you should select, because ultimately that's up to you as far as what your investment choices are. It's everybody's risk profile is different, but I personally like low-cost index funds, specifically that follow and track the S&P 500, because the S&P 500 has a long track record going back basically 100 years of averaging all years up and down combined 8% on the annual return. Now that's averaged all up and down years combined. Some years it's lower than that, some years it's higher than that, but that's why I like it. And there's plenty of good index funds to choose from. I personally like VOO or VOO. It has a very low expense ratio, which is, I believe, 0.003 or something like that. And it also has a long track record since, I believe, it was set up in 2010. And VINIX is basically the same thing. It's the Vanguard index fund that follows the S&P 500 as well, but it was just set up for more corporate accounts, and that's been going on since the 1990s. And that also has a annual return of over 12%. I forget what exactly it is, but again, those are the ones that I like. Doesn't mean that's going to be the case for you. You have to do your own research. And again, everything that I'm said here is just for entertainment purposes. You have to do your own research. But that being said, if you actually do the research, which there's a ton of videos on YouTube about, if you actually take the 5-10 minutes it takes to set up a brokerage or a retirement account through any of the platforms like Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, doesn't matter which one you go with. I'm personally with Fidelity just because they seem to have the highest customer service rating, and then also they didn't have any fees associated with them, but I'm sure the others are fine. And you set that up and then you automate money every single week or every single month. I do monthly. And you do what's called dollar cost averaging, which is you just buy whatever you're going to buy at the same time every single month over the course of years and years and years. That is going to allow you to be able to retire. Now, this is not a guarantee of specific returns in the future. Obviously, nothing is given in the future. The only guarantees we have are death and taxes, unfortunately. But, well, you know, if you take the afternoon to actually research some options as far as what you can invest in a retirement account, you're going to be pretty well off compared to most people who are just simply too lazy and don't want to put the effort in to be able to retire at a reasonable rate, and they're going to be working for the rest of their lives. So, and ultimately that's what motivated me, because again, regardless of whether it's the Republicans or the Democrats or whoever is in charge of the government, nobody is going to give you a good retirement. They're going to, at best case scenario, they're going to give you a very meager subsistence that you're going to have to struggle to survive on if that is what you're going to rely on. Again, I know some people who are just trying to rely on Social Security as their only source of income, and it is a struggle. So don't be those people. Do your research, figure out what you want to invest in, and do it. You know, set the money aside, invest in it, because I can guarantee you the minuscule amount of effort it is going to take to set that account up and start investing is a lot better than those who don't take the time and don't invest and then end up having to work well into their 70s and God forbid their 80s because they never saved and they never invested a penny and they just thought it was below them. So with that said, I hope you guys are doing well. And if you want me to do any other specific videos on any other topics, just put it in the comment section down below. Or if you disagree with me, put it in the comment section down below as well. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.